And welcome back, this is Baller Scooper with more bonus episodes of Let's Play on the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness, Episode 3. When we last left off, I said we were done, but I did forget about the beginning of the end, thanks to those of you that pointed that out to me. Crash B 2007 was the first, I do believe, but I did forget about this, the beginning of the end, a bonus scenario that takes place before the main story. It is strongly recommended that you play through the main game before playing this. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more background as to what's going on with Tycho in particular and what we can do to hopefully stop him. I don't know. I'm still a little unclear about all of that. We're gonna do it on normal difficulty because I'm an intrepid adventurer. Not too hard, not too easy, and I still don't fully understand how the game functions, to be honest with you. But we are gonna play with regular costumes. We have seen all the side costumes already. Over the course of his employment with the Startling Developments Detective Agency, Gabriel has had cause on many occasions to be terrified. There has been no shortage of horror, and nightmares have been in ready supply. There have been dentists, there have been witches, and perhaps worst of all, a coven of depraved witch dentists enthralled to a dark tooth. He once punched a sorcerer whose arms, legs, and head were made up of other different sorcerers, all piled up. Certainly it saved him time being able to punch all of them at once. We'll just add them in there. But the implications were disturbing. But he has never been so terrified, so shaken to the marrow, as when he hears the words, "Gabriel, I've been thinking." Gabriel recoils as though from a snake. Our language is crazy antiquated, you know? Our pronouns are a complete mess. Common usage is literally dehumanizing. And I won't be party to it anymore. As of today, I'm quitting English pronouns. Cold turkey, it's straight up Z, here, and here's. From here on out. I don't know what language that is. That's it? That's it. Really? Yes. I can go back to sleep. Absolutely, be my guest. Okay. Tycho closes the sarcophagus. Perhaps 5 seconds later, Tycho swings the sarcophagus open. The brute rests within, upright and fully dressed. Up, Gabriel, up! The early bird gets the worm, or worm equivalent. We're the birds in this metaphor. No. Fantastic! Also, drink this. We've got a hard day ahead, and this is going to help, I think. Tycho wags a flask of some kind. It looks black, but no. That is merely the oily contents. It tastes like... wow! It tastes like the worst possible taste! There is nothing at first, save the belly warmth which so often accompanies the consumption of flasks. Tycho Brahe, heir of the Brahe line, steward of the Long Project, wonders if maybe potions don't have expiration dates. So there's our first little spoiler if you hadn't gone through the main game before, the Long Project. It's only named, though. He doesn't have long to consider it. The floor begins to creak and dent with their increased mass, squawking feverishly, threatening to buckle. Tycho remembers now what he keeps in the basement. A moment later, Gabriel does. Maybe we should go. Yes, let's. And we're gonna go eventually. First, we're gonna talk to Jim. Prior to the incident, Jim had tons of flesh. Loads and loads of it. It covered his bones completely. Those were good times. You know, with all the skin. Gabe remembers punching a much larger version of this. He wishes he could punch that big one again. Alas, you can never go home. In their second outing in as many weeks, the Necrowoombicon was again at the quiet core of a whirling mystery. This mystery culminated, as they so often do, in a battle with a gigantic robot who was the very avatar of Violation. Yeah, that was the second game. I apparently should have gone to the first one first. Obviously, the giant robot was bad. It was made worse by the fact that it had been constructed by an unwitting mortal to act as the earthly shell of Yog-Kathak, god of mechanism. Our heroes managed to defeat it with the help of the incredibly weird Dr. Blood, whose arrival was no accident. Yeah, they put heroes in quotation marks, and I tend to agree with them at this point. Tycho picks up the memento of glory's past and allows himself a moment of reflection. Yeah, let's talk about the first game. It was only 2 weeks ago that the wheels really started to come off this universe, cosmologically speaking. The first sign was the revival of a mime cult in service to Yog-Sethis, god of silence. Spurred by the Necrowoomicon, a mysterious book whose contents changed depending on the reader, the cult made a play for the Pelican Bay boardwalk. Presumably they would have moved on from there, but who knows? Would they have changed the music, though? Tycho Game and a mysterious third party smashed the cult, obliterated their god, and set a terrible clock in motion. And Adria. I was told this was going to help resolve what happened with Adria. Let's look at the Necrowoomicon here. Source of so much turmoil, the Necrowoomicon rests silently on the desk. Its pages bear no trace of the recent plots. They are entirely clean. Each page is as white as a blizzard in a wedding gown. A blizzard in a wedding gown. I didn't read that wrong, did I? When you kill supernatural beings professionally, you start to end up with a lot of magical crap. This crap seems to congregate on this table. The phone isn't magical, though. It's just a regular old phone. It would be ashamed if it could. I think that's what it said the first time we looked at it. Gabriel sleeps in here, the sarcophagus. Tycho will sometimes read him a story before gently closing the lid. Let's look at the oh man, let's just call it a phonograph. Gramophone. There we go. It's actually a very nice gramophone. Very nice indeed, but it doesn't really stand out here in the mystical Brahi menagerie. On this long table, living books huddled together for warmth. At the end, a projector hungrily awaits film. A book stands open on the table, an analysis of the Quartet for the Dusk of Man by Dr. Consortia Keel. One unanswered question is why the quartet has only 3 verses. We do know the answer to that one, don't we? Presumably it was someone's idea of a joke. The writers, perhaps? An eclectic selection crowds the corner. The books of apocalyptic recipes and packed suitcases lie in wait. On the table, a prototype Harvest Buddy tinks against its glass prison. Harvest Buddy? Weren't these fruit fuckers? What happened to the fruit fucker name? Nothing there. All right, it looks like that is it for here. And we're on the street. Like we're not on a world map here. Where to? North to Desperation Street. Wow, we haven't been there for a couple days at least. Yeah, they're still saying that it's between 2 and 3 here, so. Before the main quest. There's a pile of something here. Strange boxes with crystal bulbs affixed, all of them in pristine condition. A tiny placard fastidiously placed with 2 screws reads the duplicator. An arm sticks out from the bottom of the pile. The white sleeve of the lab coat growing less white and more red the closer it gets to the bottom of the heap. Gabriel is thinking hard. His brow furrows until it becomes a shelf over his eyes, a kind of eye shelf. So he tried to duplicate his duplicator? What do you call it when something happens, but the thing that happened is funny because it's like the opposite of what you think would happen? I call it hilarious. Grab one of those duplicator things and let's go. Irony. You got a duplicator with this thoroughly implausible device. Items you use in one battle will regenerate by the next fight. So this is how we get the duplicator that explains the battle system at least a little bit for this game. And now we're on a dungeon. Pretty much, we're in a dungeon. We can go over there or go over there. Well, treasure chest over here. Special battle condition, a new adventure. All allies have increased stats. We're up against 3 evil mailboxes here. These things are bad news. They're also where bad news is delivered. Let's go for first blood. Huh. Big. We have not seen beast mode before, have we? 0 MP big stat boost, lose MP each turn while active. I'm just gonna go for first blood here. Just take out one of the evil mailboxes. Do we have anything new for Scholar? We have full auto, heal, and mana spigot. We do have something new. Gain an extra MP each turn self. I don't have a use for that right now, so we'll just go full auto. First blood, kills 1, full auto, doesn't kill the other 2. Dark delivery, that does quite a bit of damage. but we'll be fine. Let's go for Fireball, see how much damage that does, and full auto again. Fireball did the trick. Full auto did not, but it's gonna be fine. Just attack the evil mailbox. Down it goes. For that, we get 9 experience and $18. I have no idea what that means anymore, though. What do we have over here? Briquettes. It's an accessory. Bring the literal heat with these fire-boosting rhomboids. I guess we will equip that on Gabe. He does have a fire thing after all, and I am out of other accessories. We don't have any other classes. We don't have the pins for that yet. We can use 2 potions. Prelude recap. Questions are answered. The golem on the mantle is drawn and fired. I have $68, and I still have all my previous saves. Let's just head up here. Special battle condition, a new adventure. All allies have increased stats once again. We're up against tumbleweeds. I know I live in Southern California, but it's not often I actually see a real-life tumbleweed. Those things don't show up all that often. Dark weeds, dark deeds. Let's kill one. Go for a full auto. Oh, they're increasing their speed with Breezeborn, but I killed one, and the full auto will do more than half their damage, so it doesn't really matter what I do after that. Burn the tumbleweeds. They should burn. They are dry after all. Full auto does the trick. 6 experience and $15. Hey, up to level 4 for Brute. So we have learned Eager. That's a passive ability. We'll have to look at that. And Scholar has learned Read the fucking Manual, which I am a big fan of. Haven't we seen Eager before? Speed bonus on first turn. Yeah, we have seen that before. That was what we had when we played the game. Still very linear dungeons, I do have to say. So even in DLC, they didn't necessarily improve things as much as add on to what they already had going. The all too familiar street snakes out before them. It's a rough-ridden stretch, and it bears the mark of their 2 previous visits. What are we doing here? Well, 2 things. 1, we're checking out a hunch, and 2, we have a good friend here, one who helped us out of 2 consecutive jams. I thought we haven't seen Zier in a while, and I wonder what Z is up to. Okay. And the big burlap sack? Oh, that. Tycho pats it nervously. I just love sacks now. So we are back on Desperation Street. Apparently it's a dead end over here. There's a couple things that remind me of the first couple games here, which is nice. I wish that they had done that more often, to be honest with you. Nothing in the mailboxes. See, that's one of the things that I did not like about this game, as we take on 2 of each. I'll take it on off screen. 10 more experience, $22 more. No level gains out of that, though. But like I said, that was one of the things that I didn't like about this game, was that it didn't feel like a continuation of the last 2 games, even though the story continued. There weren't enough references. It felt like they were kind of doing their own thing, which I understand because they're a new company, but, you know, a few more callbacks would be appreciated. Oh, we have a new enemy over here. Also very linear. There's like nothing for me to do. We have 3 hobo mimes to take on. His invisible box is made of invisible cardboard. Now I'm kind of sad. These guys are going to be a little tough for me, it looks like. Let's go ahead and... I still don't have any reason to use Mana Spigot, so let's just go for full auto still. We should be able to at least kill 1 guy here. No! Not quite enough just yet. Let's go for fire after that. We'll use it on one of the other guys, and we'll finish off at least 1 guy with the full auto. At least 1 Invisibox in their defense up. Did make things a little bit more difficult for me, though. Let's hit him. Another 31, and we'll go for another full auto, and we'll have this 1. Down they go. 21 experience, $45. Everything up to level 5, where apparently we learn nothing. But that's, I guess, okay. Oh, this is looking quite familiar. All right, I guess we'll take on the tumbleweeds first. Oh, special battle condition again. The dark wind blows. Enemies' strength and speed increased. for 6 tumbleweeds. Hooray! Full auto is gonna save me here. Not too difficult at the end of the day. 12 experience, $30, and I will take it. Let's see what we have over here. We have an occasionally invisible man and 3 evil mailboxes. Let's take a look at the occasionally invisible man. He's visible most of the time, honest. I haven't really seen him turn invisible. Oh, there we go. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Let's go for more full auto so we can take out the evil mailboxes pretty quickly. Just 2 attacks from that and they will go down. The full auto is very powerful, as is dark delivery. Let's go for the fireball on the occasionally invisible man, and the full auto should finish off all of the mailboxes here. There we go. And we'll just keep on going for fire. Haven't needed to heal yet. And then throw the book at him. He's only got 10 HP left. He will not last long. 17 experience and $33. That's not as much as I was hoping for. But we got up to level 6, so we've learned Brute Punch and Ice Shards. We have seen those before. Apparently, somewhere along the line, the party lost some levels. I hate when that happens. These prints are the only evidence that any giant robots ever walked through here, but it's cool. All that got dealt with. These holes are a memento. In reverse. See, like that. Why couldn't that have been part of the main game? Just references. Just little things like that, you know? 2 of each, it looks like. 24 more experience, $52 more. I don't know why they're giving me money, though. There are puddles in this one. Puddles in which contented frogs dwell. Interesting. I'm always looking for secrets, but I'm really not seeing any. Not seeing any at all. But it is now apparently boss time. We're up against Male Bulgian and 2 Spitbulls. It's evil, sure, but it can't really move around. You'll probably be fine. And then the Spitbulls. These moist dogs are essentially saliva glands with legs. These things suddenly look terrifying. We're gonna have to try for this one. I guess we'll take out the Spitbulls first. I honestly don't know. And throw a manual at one of the Spitbulls? We kind of have to take out something, don't we? I don't know. This game makes me question everything all the time. And Gabe's been stunned, but he's better already. All right, so it's not just stun that doesn't work for me. It also doesn't work for the enemies. All right, down goes one of the Spitbulls. Oh, especially weak to fire, it seems. So let's go ahead and finish off the Spitbull there. Pitbulls, weak to fire. I would not have guessed it, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and heal Gabe. I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be important in the long run. Fire against the Male Bulgian? Maybe it's just super effective? No, okay. I was thinking maybe it's super effective because I have an accessory that buffs it, but that was not the case. Go ahead and heal yourself as well. Oh, he's got a big attack coming in. That is not going to be good for me. I don't have a way to interrupt him, though, so we'll do what we can. I also don't have enough for the Brute Punch just yet. That was his big attack. 40 damage. Okay, I can go through that, no problem. Just a little bit more and we will have him tackled. He's not honestly nearly as bad as I thought he was going to be. Definitely a step up from the tumbleweeds and stuff like that we've been fighting, but ultimately not going to be all that bad for us. How much does he have left? 174. I should probably heal Gabe then, just to be safe. He did have a big attack there after all. I think we'll be fine this time. 110. Gabe, finish him off with a fireball. And down he goes. 64 experience, $130. Everything up to level 7. Scholar has now learned Overkill. Have we seen that one before? Maybe I just don't remember some of the early stuff that gets replaced. Overkill. Uses all MP for a massive dark magic attack. No, that is new. That is definitely new. I don't remember seeing that ever. Tiny flowers have begun to poke up through the indentation. What do we have over here? We have people. You'd be surprised the stuff you find just laying around or in, like, a person's grave if you dig it up and open it. Is that theft? Can dead people actually own things? Skyrim says yes. I mean, I don't know. Let's have that conversation. Oh, we can buy things here. The same stuff that we could buy before. I don't necessarily think I want to purchase any, but they are here for us, including the briquettes. I could sell those, though, couldn't I? Literally everything that I have. Wow, okay, everything is there. Let's go ahead and get rid of briquettes. For 2,000. Give us some money. And I don't know, I feel like I just graduated from the store academy, all right? This is my first store, go easy on me. Yeah, no. That's the item shop with the potions and things like that. Value proposition is strong. Merchandise, you know. It is speaking for itself. Here's what I wanted. All right, let's get punchy things. I can afford it, so we're going to buy and equip that and the shotgun because it's better. And there we go. Plenty of money to spare. Plenty of money. Now we can sell. Oh, geez. Maybe not nearly as much money as I thought, but I still feel like that's worth it. Can I buy anything that I care about from you? You know what? I can get 2 strength regimens. And we'll go ahead and equip those as well. Because that's what I'm doing the most with right now. Alright, let's head in. Approaching the thoroughly doomed house for the 3rd time, the locus for so much that has occurred. Locus? Did they mean focus? That's not how I know how to use the word locus. Either way, the pair creep toward the threshold. The sleeping form in the rubble bears a familiar shape. Indeed, it is a shame that has always intrigued this. It is a shame that has always intrigued the scholar because it was always vibrated. That is to say, it was never entirely one thing. Indeed, they seemed to be a sequence of possible things. He never understood why nobody else could see it, but he could, and he knew they had a part to play. Hey, there's that friend we used to have. Hi, what's going? Nyeh. Before Gabriel can finish the sentence, Tycho has slipped the incredibly scratchy bag over the sleeping form and cinched it at the top. What? Why? My question exactly. Also, this does not look like the wrecked home that I recall. Is this Adria? It's complicated. You joined the party! Did I now? Did I? I don't have any weapons, I don't have any accessories. This is not what I anticipated. And this is how they get out of me not being able to bring my custom character forward. They've been here before, of course, though never quite under these conditions. It's not entirely clear what happened to the house this particular time, but oh no, there it is! This time, the house decided to sink into the earth. The sinkhole is visible. A strange music tinkles out. The music is nice, I will say that. Is there anything over here? No, just a teaser for a chest. And there I go in my bag. Seeing a foe writhing in the distance, or maybe it isn't a foe, maybe it's just some guy. Tycho wonders if keeping his charge entirely helpless is actually an awesome plan. I know that we just kidnapped you, and this probably seems rude, but I definitely need you to fight and maybe even be grievously injured in our service. Don't die, though. That's out of the question. If you die, I'll be super mad. He cuts a hole in the sack and extends the storied rake, a rake that has whirled at the center of 1,000 deaths. Here, hand tentatively grabs it. I'm sorry, I got thrown off by here. Here, hand tentatively. Whatever, we're moving on. I can't say tentatively all of a sudden. Just like old times, right? Mostly, no? Alright, remember, don't die. And we're up against 4 squatters. Apparently there were squatters here. His hoodie is actually a carpet of malevolent ancient moss. That's gross. Still first blood, though. Definitely first blood. Full auto? No, we should focus. Take out one of the squatters. All right, so you can use garden art. Let's see what we have here. We have the Garden of Tranquil Waters, Rake slash Sackcloth, which is new, defense and magic defense increased on self, and Early Harvest. One supercharged garden effect requires a garden. Let's get the garden out then. Garden of Tranquil Waters sounds good, at least early on in the game. Oh, these guys are just actually punching. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Go, garden! Alright, there's the heal. Worked out quite well. It's just a weak attack. So we'll do a normal attack, and we'll save up for the medium. That seems to be a good plan. We'll see, though. I don't know. Let's just go for an attack, and we'll save up for ice shards, I guess. 110 on a normal attack? Are you kidding me? Let's go for a weak slash on one of the ones that I don't care about. One of the ones I'm not currently attacking. Squatter's Rights, but it was R-I-T-E-S, and they just got more strength out of it. All right, medium attack on the top one here, because he's not bleeding yet. And then we'll go for medium ice magic on whoever's alive. Turns out to be the other one. We'll probably finish you off there. Let's go for Sackcloth, I guess. All right, there we go. 48 experience and $100 for that. Yeah, it's not the same Gardenar, though. Like, I never had access to gardens in the first 2 games. Oh, great. There's maggots over there. Still, oh, there is a path over here. I don't see anything up here. But down here, we can find really big spiders. That's their name, apparently. 2-time winner, New Arcadia Big Spider Contest. Apparently, all of them won it twice. Not everything has to make sense, apparently. Let's get the garden out. We'll start going through our normal rotation as we take out one of the spiders quite easily, to be honest. Quite handily. Just attack, because you still do quite a bit of damage. You attack as well. We'll build up for those 2 MP attacks. And, I don't know about Early Harvest. I don't know if that's necessarily going to help all that much. We'll get the other one to bleed, I guess. Not that it's going to last long enough for that to actually do anything all that worthwhile. But Brute Punch will finish you off easily. Ice Shards should probably finish off the really big spider as well. Like, that's how close we are here to finishing. Yeah, there we go. 42 experience, $90. And we have gotten Finish 'em for Brute at level 8. No levels up for the Gardenar. Let's take a look at Finish 'em, because that does not sound familiar. Light attack, double damage if only one enemy left. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. What do we have in the treasure chest down here? A trench coat. A statement piece that protects allies when you defend. Ooh. Sounds like something for me. Rake 1 is the name of the weapon, for the record. Does it say anything about it? It's a rake. Thank you for the detailed information. Is there anything up here? No. I'm always looking, though. Always looking. Let's take on the bat. We have 3 bat swarms, each of which has 4 in it. So, 12 bats. Like a rain cloud, but instead of rain, it shoots out angry sky mice. Sky mice, that's actually nice. Just throw manual at it, I guess. You know what? Let's just build up for the big thing now. All right, and you go for Sackcloth, and then you can just start defending after that. Well, we'll throw out a garden, and then we'll start doing some defense. Yeah, just go for the big attack on the bat swarm there. Should be easy enough. And then you can go for ice shards on the other one, and that'll probably do it. That'll probably do it. Just in case they'll get the garden out. Oh, look, we did it. 24 experience and $48 for that. Gardener's level 8. I was on normal before, wasn't I? I remember having a harder time to start this game. Maybe I've learned how to use the battle system a little bit better. The hell is this? Splinter Elementals. Okay, a loose coalition of splinters who love the job and take it seriously. Sure. Just attack him. Get the garden out first. I think we can get this to work properly. Oh, I should have gone for first blood. That's what I normally do. I was wondering, I'm like, I'm missing something, aren't I? No, he did do first blood, didn't he? Now I'm confused. Because he resisted it. You're not supposed to resist that. Shouldn't they be weak to fire? I bet they're weak to fire. They are splinters, after all. Maybe I'm overthinking things again. Let's go for the sackcloth. And then we'll start defending. Apparently, they're also very weak to... Wow, they do hit hard, don't they? They're also very weak to ice, which is definitely not something that I thought. Medium attack. Let's hit the Splinter Elemental in the back here. And you throw... You know what? Yeah, you just throw manual. No, let's build up for the ice again. Yeah, he's weak to everything physical. Or strong against everything physical, I should say. Let's defend. Oh, you put your arms out front. Splinter! I don't know what that did. I didn't see anything happen. What am I going to do? Let's go for fire. That should work quite well against them, I would think. Let's go for an early harvest. And more ice. Let's hit this guy. Actually, that healed for quite a bit. And once again, super effective, that ice. And they still hit very hard. Very hard. All right, finish that guy off with the fireball. Just attack this guy and defend. Now there's just one left. It should be a little easier. I have to rethink all my strategies now. Defend again. And more fire. I thought when I defended, it defended everybody. Oh well, whatever. Ice shards. Let's do what we can. I think it's time for the early harvest again. There we go. Super effective once more. More fire. And throw the book at him because Splinter feels like it could be like a 1 damage or an instant kill. I don't know, it just feels like one of those random things for me. All right, 80 experience, $160 for killing those guys. They did take the longest out of anything. And now we have 2 squatters, 2 bat swarms, and 2 really big spiders to take on. For that, we get 68 more experience, $142 more, up to level 9 for the Brute and Scholar. And we find a Rake too, a weapon for you. It's a Rake. It doesn't say anything else. But it does increase attack, magic, and physical defense by 20. Well, okay. Back that up a little bit. It's attack and magic attack by 20 and physical defense by 30, but overall we're still doing it. A statement piece that protects allies when you defend. I have it on. Why isn't it working? Am I misunderstanding what it's actually supposed to do? Probably. This is upstairs in Adria's house? Light leaks through the hole above, filtering through clusters of what look to be raw topaz, but couldn't possibly be because they're the size of a car. Topaz! Nope, too big. But ha! I knew it couldn't be a coincidence. There were simply too many nested phenomena. That's what I've been saying. No, listen, the neighborhood and this house specifically have always been screwed. It goes way back. Isn't this just a shithole? No. Well, yes, it can be that too, but these crystals, they're bad luck. Gabriel removes a piece from his pocket and drops it, and kicks it away. No, I mean they're literally bad luck in solid form. We need to push through all this frownstone to the chamber beyond. Why? To see if I keep being right. Really? I'm starting to like Tycho less and less as we go forward. Gabriel stops for a second. Wait, that's rock. The bad luck rock. Yes? It's really called Frownstone. Tyho shakes his head, neck tight, jaw set. No, but it should be. Can't do anything with it. Let's see what... I don't know which way's the right way. All right, this is definitely the wrong way. There's a treasure chest here. But we're up against bite fish. That's not what I thought I saw from outside. But okay, bite fish. They don't always bite, but when they do, wow. All right, let's just go for an attack. We'll see if they are... Oh, they're quite weak to a lot of things. Let's go for the garden once more. And they're kind of forcing a defensive person for me really early on here. I kind of have to go defense. All right, go for the attack, go for ice shards. Surely bite fish are weak to ice. I have no idea. Let's go for sackcloth. Nope, they resist ice. Should have known. Should have known. All right, we'll have Tycho finish off that guy, and you can go for the brute punch on the bite fish here. Just go for a regular attack there. Wow, that brute punch did quite a bit. Let's go. Oh, I don't have enough for early harvest. I thought I would just defend then, and we'll hope that it doesn't hit Tycho. It doesn't. All right, looks pretty good so far. Let's go for the attack and the. I don't really have. Just go for the attack again. The ice shards is not going to be good. Let's go for the early harvest. Make sure we all live. I probably could have just gone for an attack and won, but I'm cautious. Plus, I wanted to show off finish 'em. That's the real reason. Show off the finish 'em. Show off how much damage that does when it's the last thing. 448 because it's super effective. 90 experience, $180. Level 9 for Gardener, and we've learned Rake Whirlwind. That's much better. That's much closer to what I remember the Gardener doing. Much better than the early harvest and the tranquil waters. All right, Rake Whirlwind. It's an upgrade from the Rake Slash that we got. 1 MP light attack all, and it adds bleed to everything. That's quite nice. We also have Pinata. I don't remember when we got that, but enemies are more likely to target the Gardener. Once again, they're kind of forcing defense onto me.